Assalamualaikum students. This is our English class. The name of your book is The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. And today's chapter is Bad Tom, in which I am going to explain you the first scene of this play. Firstly, I will read whole the play and then I will explain this scene. Tom must be punished. The name of the scene. Tom shouted Aunt Polly. There was no answer. Tom. She called again, but there was still no reply. Where's that boy, Tom? And she shouted louder than before. She took off her glasses and looked around the room. Then she stood up and went to the door. She looked out the garden. No Tom. You, Tom? There was a noise behind her, and she turned around quickly. She was just in time to catch hold of a small boy by the back of his trouser. I had forgotten that cupboard, she said. What have you been doing in there? Nothing. Nothing? Just look at your hands and mouth. What is that mess? I don't know, Aunt. Well, I know it's jam. That's what it is. You have been in that cupboard eating jam. I have told you so many times to leave that jam alone. Give me that stick. The stick was held up high. Tom really was in trouble. Oh, look behind you, Aunt, shouted Tom. The old lady turned round to see what the matter was. This gave Tom time to jump up. He had climbed up over the high wooden fence and was out of sight before his aunt knew what was happening. Aunt Polly stood surprised for a minute. Then she began to laugh. Oh, that boy, she said to herself. He has played so many tricks on me like that. I should have been ready for this. I will stay away from school. He will stay away from school this afternoon, I know. So I will have to make him work tomorrow. To punish him. It's very hard to make him work on Saturdays when all his friends are having a holiday. He hates work more than anything else, but I shall have to punish him somehow. Now, I'm going to explain this. This novel is The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. Its chapter is Bad Tom, and the first thing is Tom must be punished. In this scene, Aunt Polly was finding Tom. Tom was an orphan boy. He lives with her Aunt Polly and his cousins Sid and Mary. He lives in village, so Petersburg. Now the story started Aunt Polly shouting Tom, and Tom was not answering. Aunt Polly looked into garden. Tom was not there. Instantly, Aunt Polly looked into the cupboard. In anger, she said, You, Tom. Aunt Polly asked Tom, What are you doing inside the cupboard? And just look your hands and mouth, what a mess. Tom innocently answered, Aunt Polly, I was eating jam. Aunt Polly shouted, How many times I wanted you to say, Away from this cupboard. Tom said, Aunt Polly, what's behind you? Aunt turned around the Tom, escaped. Aunt Polly laughed and decided to punish him, but she thought that it was so difficult to take work from Tom and on Saturday because he hates to work on Saturday. Thank you so much. Thank you for learning through FCWeb portal. We believe this video shall help you to educate and understand regarding topic. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.